You've been busy. That's the problem. Not lazy busy, busy trying things. Busy researching, busy switching from one side hustle to the next every 3 weeks, and after all that busy, your bank account looks exactly the same as it did 6 months ago. Maybe worse. You haven't been wasting time doing nothing. You've been wasting time doing the wrong things. And nobody told you which ones to stop? Here's what the internet gets completely wrong. It treats all side hustles like they're equal, like every opportunity listed in a top 10 ways to make money. Video has the same chance of working for a beginner with no audience, no money, and no experience. They don't. Some of those hustles are designed for people who already have something: followers, a skill, capital, connections. When you try them with nothing, you don't fail because you're not trying hard enough. You fail because you were given the wrong map. His name was Daniel, tried dropshipping for 2 months, lost $300 on ads that went nowhere, pivoted to print on demand, made $0 in 6 weeks. Then tried affiliate marketing, got 200 clicks, zero sales. Each time he quit, he told himself the same thing. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But Daniel wasn't the problem. The hustles were. He kept picking methods that looked beginner-friendly, but were actually built on foundations he didn't have yet: an audience, a budget, a niche with real demand. He was playing advanced games with a beginner's hand. Here's the deeper issue. The side hustle industry is not designed to help you succeed. It's designed to keep you consuming. Every new video, every new method, every new secret, it's engineered to give you the feeling of progress without the result of progress. You feel like you're learning. You feel like you're getting closer, but you're not moving. You're spinning. And every week you spin, someone who picked the right thing on day one is pulling further ahead. I'm going to tell you exactly which hustles to avoid and why, and then I'm going to tell you what actually works for someone starting from zero. But first, there's something you need to understand about why certain hustles keep getting recommended, even though they don't work for beginners. It's not an accident, and once I explain it, you'll never look at a ways to make money list the same way again. Keep me watching. Think about every side hustle you've tried or seriously considered: dropshipping, affiliate marketing, selling on Amazon FBA, starting a YouTube channel, freelance, graphic design. Now ask yourself honestly, how many of those require you to already have something you didn't have? Money for inventory or ads? An existing audience? Years of design experience, thousands of hours of video editing. You were handed a list of tools and told to build a house. But nobody told you those tools require a skill level you haven't reached yet. That's not inspiration. That's a trap. First, uncomfortable truth. Most side hustle content is made by people who profit when you stay confused. Courses get sold. Affiliate links get clicked. Ads get watched. The more overwhelmed you are, the more content you consume, the more money flows to them, not you. The people explaining side hustles are often not making money from the hustle. They're making money from you watching them explain the hustle. Read that again. Here's what actually wastes your time and why. Dropshipping looks simple. Find a product, sell it online, someone else ships it. But the reality is, you're competing against thousands of other beginners, running identical stores, bidding on the same ads, selling the same products, without a budget of at least $500 to $1,000 for ads, and without product research skills, you're invisible. Print on demand has the same problem. Zero traffic without an existing audience or paid ads. Affiliate marketing pays when people buy through your link, but if you have no platform, no email list, no audience, you have no traffic, and no traffic means no sales, no matter how good the product is. These are not beginner methods. They're intermediate methods being sold to beginners because beginners are the biggest market. But here's what most people do after discovering this. They don't stop. They just try harder at the wrong thing. They spend another month on the method that isn't working. They buy a course. They watch more tutorials. They optimize the store that has no visitors. And every week they stay in the wrong lane. They lose something more valuable than money. They lose the belief that any of this can work for them. That loss of belief is the most expensive thing a failed side hustle takes from you, more than the $300 on ads, more than the wasted weekends. It takes your next attempt with it. Second, uncomfortable truth. You're not failing because you're not good enough. You're failing because popular doesn't mean profitable for beginners. The most talked about side hustles are talked about because they make great content, not because they work for people starting from zero. The YouTube algorithm rewards videos about dropshipping because those videos get clicks. Not because dropshipping works for a 22-year-old with no budget. The incentive to recommend something and the incentive to help you succeed are not the same incentive. Here's the one change I want you to make right now. Stop picking side hustles based on how exciting they sound. Start picking them based on one question. Does this method require something I don't have yet? If the answer is yes, an audience, a budget, an existing skill, put it down. Pick something that starts with what you already have. Your time, your phone, your ability to communicate. Methods like Canva template selling, microtask platforms, local service offers, or simple content repurposing for small businesses. These don't need capital. They don't need followers. They need you to show up and do a thing. Start there. Here's why this filter works when nothing else has. Your brain needs early wins to stay in motion. A beginner who makes $15 in week 1 will outperform a beginner who makes $0 in month 2. Not because $15 is meaningful money, but because $15 is proof. Proof activates belief. Belief activates repetition. Repetition builds skill. Skill builds scale. The entire chain starts with one early win. And you can only get an early win from a method that matches where you are right now, not where you wish you were. A year from now, picture yourself looking back at this moment. You stopped chasing the flashy methods. You picked something small and real. You made your first $50 online. Not from a side hustle that needed an audience you didn't have, but from something that worked with nothing. That $50 didn't change your life, but it changed your mind. And a changed mind is worth more than any business idea, because it's the thing that actually builds the business. Remember Daniel, the one who lost $300 on dropshipping, made nothing on print-on-demand, got 0 affiliate sales. He finally stopped. Not because he gave up, because he got honest with himself about what he actually had to start with. He had a phone, 2 free hours a night, and the ability to write clearly. He started doing content repurposing, taking long videos and turning them into short clips for small businesses, charging $100 a client, using only free tools. He found his first client in a Facebook group in 4 days. He didn't need ads. He didn't need an audience. He needed to match the method to the moment. That's it. You've been wasting time, but not because you're lazy or unlucky, because you kept picking the wrong starting point. Now you know the difference. The only question left is whether you keep picking wrong or whether today is the day you finally pick right.